G'day. How you going? I'm Nick Giannopoulos. And you probably remember me from Wogs Out of Work. Well, you know what? It's funny, since that show, I've always been a wog in work. And now I've just made my first movie. And guess what? You're invited to come along on a journey through a life. A wog's life. So stick around. Yeah, it's gonna be all right.
Wogs rule, mate! Wogs rule!
Wogs rule.
Action!
You know what they say, one wog is never enough. Well, on this picture, you got more wogs than you'd ever need. The idea for the Wog Boy came about from a story that was in the media 3 or 4 years ago about an unemployed family that was singled out on a current affairs show. And at the same time, a politician who came to the fore in Australian politics. And I sort of combined all those with my stage show, Wog Boys, threw that all in a pot, got Chris Anastasiadis, my co-writer, involved, sat down, we structured it out, and came up with this crazy idea called the Wog Boy. This is how films are made.
Hey, I didn't do anything!
You're about to see exactly how. See, first the director takes you through a rehearsal. It's director. The first assistant director is now in charge of calling the shots, while the director comfortably sits next to the split screen and does nothing else. It's a bludger's job being a director, it really is. The first, he's the guy. That guy right there, the first assistant director, he does all the work, believe me.
There's a central storyline here of 4 characters. There's obviously the Nick Giannopoulos character, which is Steve. He's an unemployed, sort of hustler type of guy. He never does anything really wrong. In fact, he helps people. That's what he does with his time. Frank, his best buddy, who he spent all his life with, Frank's the sort of guy that his main mission in his life is to be a lady killer. You know, he's a stick man. And he's very good at it, and that's played by Vince Colosimo, very well too. The girls that they fall in love with, Lucy Bell's character, Celia. Now, Celia is a much more princess-like character. It's very refined, very orderly about the way she looks at her tasks and the way she lives her life. And it's a really big stretch that you see Steve, Nick Giannopoulos' character, fall in love with Celia. And Abby Tucker plays Annie, who Vince falls in love with.
Where are you market?
Did you pick up something on the radar?
2 of them with my apprentices. The one looking this way's mine, the other one's yours. Let's go.
Steve is someone who gets called a Wog Boy all his life. And, you know, at school he's called a Wog.
Wog Boy, Wog Boy, Wog Boy, Wog Boy, Wog Boy.
You know, hey Wog, you know, so he decides to call himself a Wog. And thus he becomes the Wog Boy.
The car, the clothes, the attitude.
Hey, want a party?
I dedicated my life to becoming the best wog I could be.
Oh my God, Fotis! What was that today?
Hey, you smashed the car, you stupid!
Shut up, Prevlaka, shut up!
You smashed the car! You smashed the car, you stupid!
Oh my God! Oh my God! Look at my car! Look what you did to my car, mate!
Relax, it's just a tail light.
Relax. You relax there. Relax. Mate, that's a 69 Valiant Pacer. Do you understand, huh?
What the hell are you doing?
Whoa, baby.
Hey, give people some warning before you stick that face out in public. So he's a guy who's at the crossroads of his life, who's not quite sure what he wants to do with his life yet. But of course, through a series of incidents that happen in this film, he quickly discovers that there are people out there ready to exploit him for what he represents.
Steve Karametzis, shame, shame, shame. You are a cheat. You are a bludger. You are living the good life at the expense of honest, decent, hard-working Australian taxpayers. What do you say to that?
Hey! You so think you're gonna get in, don't you? Oi! Forget it, mate. Too nice. because I would.
Hey, Australia, good country. You like Australia? It's good country. Eh? Eh? Oh, we are very happy here. Oh, I have a beautiful house. Yes. I have a very good job. My job pay me cash.
See, mate, I reckon Wogs are great with property, but they're 20 years ahead of their time. So 20 years from now, right, those big Wog houses, they're going to be the trendiest place to live in. All the yuppies are going to be moving into them. We just bought ourselves a retro ethnic villa.
It's so trendy. It's in Brighton, Le Sands. It's got the big white columns up the front. On the fence, 2 big plaster lions. Every weekend, we hose down the concrete.
You know, tell us about the sleazy... I'm sorry, me, sleazy?
Sleazy. Excuse me. I'm not the one who drives around in a penis extension of a car. Crashing into people.
Hey. I don't need no extensions, baby, okay? And at least I don't set people up on national television to be humiliated.
And listen, I wouldn't waste my energy on you, okay?
Oh, really?
No.
Is that why you turn up at a club where I'm a regular? Hey, there's better ways to get a date than that. No, really, okay?
I would touch you with a 10-foot pole.
Woo! 10-foot poles, penis extensions. Am I beginning to sense a theme here or what? You want me bad, baby. You want me bad.
Yeah, it's a sort of relationship that starts off on a rocky... It sort of starts off nicely, sort of then ends up going onto a rocky road. Then it sort of makes a right-hand turn, you know, before you expect it. Then you're at the traffic lights. I'm going to carry this analogy through as far as I can go. Watch me. Okay, then they hit a red light, okay, and then they get stuck in amber for a while. But believe me, when those lights turn green, it's go. It's go all the way, baby. Into 4th gear, 350... That's a motor, by the way. 350 motor, straight out, 7-second quarter. You got Tran and Van, the two Vietnamese guys who desperately want to be Italian. We're at the shot. We're in the shot. But I'll introduce you to Tran and Van, played by Hung Lee and Trent Huan, who are playing 2 Vietnamese guys who desperately want to be like Frank, who's the Italian stallion.
Picking up women is about a lifetime commitment. And remember, girls get the girls, all right? Write that down.
And they're just 2 of the many wonderful, weird, eccentric, delightfully non-Wog characters in this film. Because there are non-Wog characters in this film. I must stress that. You know, this is not, an exclusive Wog zone. You can be non-Wog and still be in this picture. I have given it my okay.
If you watch the movie, you can see our hairy asses.
Yeah.
So
his hairy ass. I don't have a hairy ass.
Oh, my hairy ass. So
it's got one hairy ass. Steve's Frank's buddy, and Frank's our god. So we follow Frank, and yeah, Steve happens to be there. Yeah. Is that right? Am I getting the story right? We've got to stick to this.
I've never read it.
Theo's a sort of a family friend. You know, as you do, he sort of weasels his way into, anyone that can help him out, and he saw Steve as someone that would possibly help him out, and made him remember about the times that he was part of the family. And he's basically a compulsive gambler, compulsive liar, womanizer, who will use anyone, in any case, to get what he wants.
What are you doing, idiot? Oh, come on, Steve. Just a couple more inches. Please, Steve, run me over. Come on.
Move, you psycho!
Grab my hand. There you go. Hope you enjoyed it. That was a Wog's life. The Wog, of course, being me. Anyway, got to get going. Hey, see you around like a gyros. And don't forget to put tzatziki with it. Da-da-da. Get tzatziki with it. 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 Get
Clayton, Brianna, if I hear you listening to that song again, you can spend the rest of the holidays with your father at the pig farm.
Wogs rule.